Hello, you metal pilgrims, and welcome to the new episode of our interview series. There's finally a slight change in setting, and that means only one thing, that lockdown restrictions are getting lifted, and hopefully we will get back to normal life very, very soon. Our today's guests are Ukrainian power metal band Sunrise. Hey guys.
Hello.
And they're here to speak about their upcoming studio release Equilibria, which is out on May 25th. So stay tuned. So, as I said, your fourth studio album, Equilibria, is out next week, on May 25th, actually, next Tuesday. So, congrats, first of all, on finishing it up, despite all the pandemic and all this stuff, especially going on in Ukraine. Can you guys talk a little bit about, the creative process behind it? Just take us back and remember when you started writing it and how was it?
Yeah, the part of the songs from the album was started even in 2009.
Wow.
Yeah, and maybe half of the album is pretty old songs from 10 years ago, maybe. Yeah, and a part of the songs from the album is completely new songs, and the active work on these songs started maybe 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And these 2 years till release we spent in recording, arranging, and making all the things. Yeah.
To make it sound like Sunrise.
Yeah.
Hi guys, and so for those who are new to Sunrise, right, especially outside of Ukraine, because you guys have a pretty huge fan base in Ukraine already, what a metal fan who is not familiar with the band yet can expect from this album?
I hope the new listener will hear the quality music, quality metal music, and it's not power metal cliche, because we have many songs which is actually not power metal at all. It's a kind of progressive metal. Many songs sounds like symphonic metal with some experimental parts, and some songs is old school, good power metal. And if the person haven't heard power metal before, it will be a good example of power metal in our songs for him.
I was actually able to hear the album a bit earlier than most of others, and I have to agree with you. And Sunrise, for me personally, before that, because I've known you guys for some years now, have always been this quintessential power metal band, right? I mean, if I would want power metal from Ukraine, I would go to Sunrise, because that's just it. Yet on this one, as you started, talking about this, started these inspirations of symphonic metal, of folk. I mean, you have bandura. Maybe we can show it later on. It's actually right here in the studio. We have a bunch of other musical genres and styles. So did you guys do that on purpose? Yeah, you deliberately wanted to increase your fan base with that, or is it just a natural evolution of Sunrise sound for you?
I think that it's really evolution for Sunrise, because we don't want to do something like we did before. We want to make something new, create new approach to the songwriting, and we want to, for our listener, to show some new sides of the music. I don't like when the album is boring with power metal from the beginning till the end of the album. For me it's boring, and I think it's good when you have different influences, different experiments with genres, with styles. It sounds fresh for listener.
Yeah. So I think I think that we live in such time we have a lot of information around, and it's not interesting to be closed in just one style, maybe. You know?
Yeah. And speaking about your personal musical influences, what you guys have been listening to while writing this record?
Our musical world is very, very wide and different.
And now it's time to, drop off a Britney Spears here.
Not that.
I love Spice Girls. We can all pretend we don't like them, but come on, Spice Girls are.
They're very professional.
They are.
Yeah, we don't listen to Britney Spears, but Spice Girls, yeah, it's not bad. I think it's not bad. Yeah, we listen to different genres. We listen to power metal, progressive metal, even death metal sometimes, pop music, techno music, trance, dance music. Very too much different genres.
But is there, one or two, you think, bands which influenced you the most, and influenced this album's sound the most, you think?
You said.
Yeah, for this album I had two references. It was the new album of Primal Fear, and it was the album of Fear Factory.
Okay.
Yes, I tried to
that's a really interesting mix.
to get the sound something between Primal Fear, the last Primal Fear, and Fear Factory. Very aggressive, very powerful sound, but in a musical approach, we were influenced by Stratovarius, Sonata Arctica.
And you can hear that, I think.
Nightwish. It was maybe Within Temptation. It was even System of a Down. From time to time, some crazy parts of music. Yeah. So in some songs you can hear the influence of Dream Theater, maybe Gojira. Yeah,
that's
really
a really wide influence, as you said. I loved the last Primal Fear album. I'll be honest with you. It was a masterpiece, and I think it was the strongest Primal Fear album, to date. I actually spoke to Mike on a channel. When was that? Like a year ago when it came out, and I told him the same thing. So 100%, man. And speaking about the lyrics and lyrical lines overall, and everything that is going on around the world right now, and particularly in the east of Ukraine, because for those of you who do not know, unfortunately we do have a war in the east of Ukraine for the past 7 years now going on now. How do you think all those events, both in Ukraine and globally with the pandemic and everything, have influenced you in your sound and lyrical themes? Did they have any effect at all, or not really?
If we talk about sound, maybe our sound became more aggressive than our previous albums. I think it will be significant difference for our listeners. And about the lyrics, for example, in our third album, Absolute Clarity, which was released in 2016, we have a very good song which is called Live in Peace. It was the lyrics of the song, now we can tell it addressed to the Russian side, to the Russian people. It's the message for them, not to listen what the ruler says, not to listen what the TV, radio and other mass media says to them, but listen to their hearts, but listen to their souls. And every normal people don't want war. every normal people wants to live in peace. He want to do the things which he interested. He wanna create something. He wanna grow his children's, and not to die for someone's ideas, false ideas
or ambitions,
or ambitions. Yeah. So this song is very good message. About pandemic, in the new album we have the song which is called "Where the Fire," and it touches this theme of pandemic also. And the other songs is more about poetry. Some part of the songs is based on Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales, and we have song based on Richard Bach. Also, we involved some other lyricists. It's our good friend from Poland, Michał Michalski. He helped us to write the lyrics for 2 songs, and I think it's good experience, and it's a good thing for our album also.
Nice. Can you guys, the two of you, especially because we have two band members here today, agree on your favorite track from the album, or not really?
It's very difficult to choose just one track, because they're very different, and each song is just like little history of our life. I mean that when we work on it, it always is unexpected what will be in the finish, because the usual history is for us that we just worked on our another deals, and I said, "Oh, Kostya, I have half of hour to make back vocals to one song. Maybe we will do it." Kostya said, "Yeah, okay, let's do it." And we started to work on one of our songs, and then appeared new ideas, new voices, new instrumental parts, and it grows, and then I look on my watch, and it's not a half of hour, it's just 2 hours. We have to go home. But it's cool. It's such a cool song, and we even don't expected that it will be something like this. And it's a creative process. It's very, very
inspiring.
Yeah, it's very inspiring process. Yeah.
Well, it's very hard to point some favorite song on the album, because I like all the songs we have in this release, and every song is very important for me. But maybe from promotional view, we are power metal band, and every power metal listener who knows us, he maybe expects from us power metal. So
they do. I did. I did.
So I can say about the song which is called "Wings of a Dreamer." It's a power metal song in classic style, and it has the speed and the sound which power metal songs should have. Yeah, but also on the album we have the song which is called "Equilibrium," and I like this song also because it's a very experimental song for us. We used a different approach in songwriting. We used modern metal elements in this song. We used two vocals. When Daria and me singing one after another, and it's a very unusual song for Sunrise, and I think it's very interesting song because we are sounding a bit different. Also, I like songs which was written by the guitarist Stas Similetov. He wrote the 3 songs for this album, and they sound very progressive. I sometimes like Dream Theater.
Nice.
Even. Yeah, and for me this song sounds very fresh. It's not power metal. It's very. It has very complicated structures, and even me, after the hours I've spent on mixing these songs, they are still sounds fresh and new for me.
That's good. Good to hear. And you mentioned that you like one of the songs because you guys sing together, right? So. Kostya, you have always been, the Sunrise's vocalist, as far as I know the band, at least. But on this one, Daria has definitely, stepped up her game and she's taken the lead on a bunch of songs. So can we call Sunrise a 2-vocalist band from now on?
Yeah, I think we definitely can say that Sunrise now has two vocalists, 2 lead vocalists.
Yeah. Should have some kind of initiation for it.
Yeah, I think that if somebody in the band have a good voice, he should sing something. Daria has a very beautiful voice. I like when she sings, and I like how she brings the new variety in the vocal lines of the album. It sounds also not boring.
Nice.
When the 2 vocalists singing, and if we look to these albums of Queen, for example, where Brian May sings, Roger Taylor sings,
anyone sings, yeah.
They are good singers, and the album sounds interesting in the result.
100% agree with you, man. And stepping away from the album and just briefly talking about, overall what's going on, with the modern power metal scene around the globe. Do you guys think that power metal as a genre has seen its sunset, which is, by the way, very ironic because your name is Sunrise, or do you think that, with the variety of new bands coming up, on a daily basis almost, there is like this new second life for the genre at the moment?
We can say that power metal has not died, definitely, but I think the rise of the power metal was in early 2000s when was released the famous albums of Stratovarius, Infinity, Sonata Arctica released their Ecliptica, Hammerfall released their Legacy of Kings, and the next album. It was the rise of power metal, and it was the time when I started to listen to power metal. And from that time, it seems like many bands appeared, but all of these bands, they are making these good old power metal. Some of them
becoming cliché.
some of them make it like cliché, and you can't hear something new in all this flow of music, and maybe sometimes 1 or 2 from the newcomers, they release something interesting, as I can can give an example. The Frozen Crown band from Italy. They are
Very good, yeah.
Pretty new band for the for in power metal, but they released very good power metal, and they maybe not tried to bring some new elements, some new genres, influences, but it's power metal, but it sounds very powerful and interesting. So not every new band in power metal band makes boring stuff. We also have very interesting bands.
It's true, and as we spoke about that before this shot, I actually think that nothing has changed in reality in the world, right? And the only thing that has changed is that music has no borders anymore, right? We are very international, all of us. You're working with an artist from Brazil, a guy from Poland has helped you with lyrics or with the music, and so on and so forth. And so the same way as you are bombarded with news, you are getting bombarded with new music, right? And this is just the worst music. The music hasn't become worse. It is that the worse music is a little bit more accessible to everyone. And in order for us to find that good album, you have to dig through a lot of other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm conscious of your time, so I don't want to keep you here for too long. So just two more questions, if you don't mind. The first one is, what do you guys think that, now hopefully we're sitting here without masks already, but what do you guys think will happen to the rock and metal industry after the pandemic? Will we get back to normal in a long run, or we have to move to digital world, all of us?
I think
when
I have no idea.
so who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. I think nobody can say now what will be in the future. Nobody can be certain in what's going on. For the music industry, this situation is the real catastrophe, I think, because we have no concerts, no touring, and in the last years it was the main source of income for the bands, and maybe 2 years we are sitting at homes and trying to make some music, trying to place it on some digital platforms for people to listen it, but the music is too much of music everywhere. Yeah. And you just can't listen to everything from every
and you cannot afford
producer.
buying every single album at this point. Yeah.
But we even don't know when the situation will change, when everything will return to the old manner of music business, and we're just sitting in unknown.
That's true. I mean, let's just all pray that all of this madness is going to be over very, very soon, and we'll get back to, real sweaty clubs and enjoy rock and roll the way it was supposed to be enjoyed, rather than, staying in our homes and studios, wherever we're at, and, listen to the music digitally. Which brings us to our, last question, and this is something we usually do to close the episode. Can you guys share just one craziest story from your touring or concert life? Just one night when everything got messed up, anything, that got absolutely wrong or absolutely amazing, just something that you can hopefully legally share with us. That would be great.
Can you remember something?
I just remember one story when I don't remember what the country it was. When we can't sleep at night. You remember?
You had a jet lag.
It was Poland.
Ah, you didn't have a jet lag.
We had very different, very hard day because we had concerts every day in each in different cities, in different countries. So to sleep, it was like, the best wish for us. And we came to a hotel, and on the second floor above us, there was something like party. Like, and they danced, they shouted. I don't know what they did, but I just get up and I said to Kostya, I will come to them and I will say them, you just shut up. But Kostya, no, let's wait. Okay.
So did they shut up?
About 3 o'clock in the night, yeah.
Wow.
So like this.
At that time, I was afraid that Daria will kill somebody, and we will stay in some Poland jail, Polish jail. It was really scary for me.
Oh, that's fun, guys. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. It's good to finally meet you guys in person because, again, we've known about you for a long time, but never had a chance to meet. Any last message for the fans? Anything you want to share with them, old and new? Now Daria is speaking. Okay, the message for the fans, Daria is speaking.
Have a good time, have a good health, and listen to good music.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. Just as a reminder, Sunrise's Equilibria is out on May 25th. If you are a fan of power metal, you have to check out this record. It is a great one. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Thank you so much, guys, and keep rocking.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Keep rocking.